right, here we are.
Hey.
So 1K, we invited some people on. Not Brian apparently, so he's not welcome.
Always
That's not
late
true.
to the
This
party.
is just classic Brian.
Yep.
Late to his own party.
Absolutely. So we're gonna celebrate, right? We got some stuff we're gonna share along the way, everything like that. We got some surprises, but we're not gonna make them wait very long. We got some special guests that we're gonna bring on. We got some amazing people we could not have done this without. We got Patreon members, and of course, we got Whiskey Tornado because we couldn't have done it without him. So we're gonna bring them all in, and we're gonna get this party started.
I think the party started a few hours ago.
Yeah.
What is up, guys? Congrats on 1K.
Congratulations, fellas, on making 1K. Awesome.
All right.
I'm so excited for you guys, and I have to correct you. You absolutely would have done this without me. I had nothing to do with this. Nothing at all.
I mean, you're bringing the party, so.
Well, that's true. I told you in the green room I feel very overdressed. I thought I was going to see streamers and balloons, and I'm the only one that showed up with a cool hat on.
That's one that TJ told you that he sent that to everybody, but he only sent it to me.
Oh, that stinker.
Oh. I knew you were coming on, Lance, so I didn't even put my LA hat on tonight.
I know. I thought you'd be excited. I didn't have a Cardinal hat on.
This
probably looks a lot better, right?
By 100-fold.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get up on the Dodgers and we'll put Pools in to just close it out. Maybe Molina. We'll see who we feel like.
Yeah, that was fabulous. Now that was good stuff right there.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
So,
awesome.
All right. So what I did for these guys is I sent them a whole bunch of samples. There is one sample that we are all sharing. We're going to see if I can actually make this work. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, it's a little dark. Move it on to the other screen here. So I sent all of our Patreon barrel gold sample because, I mean, there's no way she would just let me buy that on my own. So I had to have a really good reason.
It's for the channel.
It's for the channel.
Every time.
And then I put 3 other really good samples in there. So we're going to try through these and we're going to see what you guys think. So everybody's got the same samples except Lance. I put him in charge of the other sample set. He didn't even know it until he got on this afternoon. So we're going to see what he thinks of those. I think he's still going to be pleasantly surprised. If not, he can go over to Chuck's new bar and just drink from that on the house.
Hey, wait.
Should I pour these now, or am I going to be behind you guys in tasting?
No, you can do it in order too. So we will start with sample 1, which I'm going to pour off screen so you guys also don't get to see. That means I have to do a lot of down and up movements tonight.
To the bar.
To the bar. That bar did turn out pretty fabulous, though, Chuck. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I was able to get all of my cabinets in my kitchen back, so that's great.
Nice.
Like 200 and some bottles that were stuffed in every nook and cranny of the house. So
right. I told TJ when he said he was doing construction on his coming up soon. I said, well, I got lucky. I married into one, so I got a full-fledged bar, and I didn't have to do nothing to it. Lance has been over. He's seen it.
Yeah, it's great, man. I'd move in.
You gotta talk to Jennifer if that's happening.
I think she likes me. I think it'd be fine.
I'm pretty sure.
She's a good one.
Thanks. I think so.
All right.
Man.
All right. Apparently I was the fault. I did not send Brian the link. Apparently I just didn't want him part of this.
Or the
one time he has you to blame.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll let you know about it too.
Oh yeah, when he gets on, he'll just blame me. Oh, I keep forgetting. Chuck, you had it because you're actually a Patreon member to help our own channel. Brian just complete mooch from start to finish.
But you gotten to try all those Hendersons.
I know. That is very true. At least he's watching. There you go, Chuck. You're already getting compliments on the bar.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick?
And there he is. Ed, thanks for watching. Hope traveling goes safe. I'm really jealous of that wild turkey pick you did. Looked like a fun time.
Cheers, Ed. Miss you, buddy.
Oh, there you go, Chuck. You're getting called out too. I like it.
Yeah, there is one. There's a third shelf you can't see, but still, there's a lot of bourbon in these cabinets.
We tasting?
Yeah, you can taste. So the nose is, it's good. It's simple for ours.
So am I supposed to, so I don't have the same samples as everyone else that's on the stream, right?
Correct. But you've got the same samples as a lot of people in chat.
Okay.
So yeah, so we got, 4 tiers of Patreon. So our first 2 tiers got your sample, Lance, and then the top 2 tiers got the samples we're going with.
Gotcha. Well, the first sample you sent me smells great. It's like a little bit of nuttiness and like oak and cinnamon roll. It's really nice. Beautiful.
I will say yours, Lance, you cannot buy anymore. Actually, you could never. This bottle was never available to public.
Really?
Yep.
What?
Well, it's really nice on the nose.
On ours, I get some toasted graham cracker and then a little bit of like a subtle, like a candied sweet in the back of that nose.
Does anyone else get Luden's cough drops cherry flavor?
On the nose?
Yeah.
I get like
A little bit of cherry.
Luden's, but more of like the honey flavored cough drop. That's kind of what I'm getting on the nose.
A little menthol too.
I get definitely the menthol. There he is.
Hey.
Oh, look at
There
him.
it is.
There he is.
Hey.
Man, I was starting to get short on patience there, TJ.
So
Here
sorry.
we go.
The password is 1910. Ed knows this too well.
Yeah, well done, Ed Bell. Well done.
Yeah.
Ooh, definitely get some menthol now, David.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Well, you know, TJ told me that for the right price, he can get. TJ told me for the right price, he can get me a 1910 single barrel.
Is that true?
No.
No.
Actually, no. You're absolutely correct. For that, I can get you a 1910 single barrel. It'll be the only one, and I claim no responsibility. Please do not trademark this.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Nick. You are our first ever super sticker. We appreciate it. Cheers, sir.
Yay. It's like
This
that first $1 that you get at a restaurant. You get to hang it on
I
the
know.
wall.
I'm just.
It's just virtual, so.
Can we make it into an NFT?
I don't like these.
No?
I don't understand NFTs.
I'm with you.
I don't understand.
Man,
Really
whatever
confusing
sample
guy.
one is that you sent, TJ, is fantastic. I'm in love with that pour.
TJ, did you switch the flights? Like, did Lance get the better flight? Than
Yeah, this
us
is-
here? Like,
No, I just like the fact, like, it's good. Like, for me personally, this one's good. I know what it is, but it's not spectacular.
It's okay
yeah,
to be wrong.
it's a great starter pour here.
Yeah, that's exactly
I
the
would-
purpose.
I'm late to the party here, but I'd say number one leaves a little bit to be desired on the nose.
Well, I can retire.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you, Eugene. Wow.
Holy cow.
What'd you do? Did you send
That's really nice.
us a better one pick than what you guys are doing, TJ?
I think so, Lance.
Yeah. Because
Call
my number
shenanigans.
one is fantastic.
Must be the party hat.
It
Makes
is.
everything taste better.
Yeah, it's true. I've shot 3 videos today, so maybe just everything's tasting good.
So,
Yeah.
so Chuck, you're not thrilled with the number one here?
No, I mean, I think it's solid. It's getting some menthol, and we had some cherry notes and a little bit of, I was getting like a candy sweet in the back. and then the palate's kind of leaves you initially, and then it kind of finishes with some of those. I think some of that menthol and some of the candied.
Yeah, I would compare. I have no idea what this is, and TJ sent it, so I'm just gonna start the bash fest now.
Not my bottle. Somebody gave it to me.
Brian's upset.
No, it's very drinkable, but we talked about this with like Weller Special before. Like there's nothing bad about it. It's easy to drink.
Truth, Ben. Truth.
And I feel like this is the same thing.
And
I just
Ben
taste
has entered
money.
the room.
All right, Ed. Any ideas?
No, I do feel like this is better than that. I was gonna
No,
say, but-
I have no idea, but all I know is I get a ton of honey and, like Chuck said, little graham cracker.
So I'll go.
And then-
Go ahead, Ed. Sorry.
Oh, and then it's kind of like a honey Luden's cough drop finish. So like that
Oh yeah,
medicine-y. Yeah.
yeah, that's perfect.
I get a medicinal too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for Lance, yours.
Do
and
you want me to say what I think it is?
Yeah, go for it. I don't think you'll ever guess it.
Oh, yeah, I honestly don't know. I was just gonna say the distillery. It tastes like some wild turkey Kentucky Spirit picks to me a little bit, but this tastes a little hotter than like that 101 proof. So I'm not sure, but it's really good. Whatever it is, I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So Nick, you've got the same sample, and that is Maker's Mark, and it is 100% roasted French mocha stave. So it's the last ever
Whoa.
French mocha bottle. They gave this to the Maker's Mark subscription service guys. So
Oh, that's delicious.
yeah.
That was a good
So-
first pour.
And then for you guys, I was gifted this bottle, so you can take it out on the person that was gifted this to me because he is in the channel right now, and that is Elmer T. Lee.
Oh.
Well, bravo to the medicinal cherry notes that you guys are picking up, because
Yeah.
that's classic Buffalo Trace there. So nice job, David, Ed, Heather.
That's
Point your
fabulous. Thank you, TJ.
Yep.
So what was the proof on that Makers? I said one. I thought I wrote down 110. Was it 110?
109.1.
That was pretty good. My proof
you're-
Yeah,
meter's back.
pretty
Yep.
close.
Your proof meter's back, Lance?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'll get all the rest of these wrong now.
Thanks, prescription. Appreciate it. One of these days we're gonna get together. We're gonna do something. I promise. I know I've said that a couple times. I've got summer off. We can make it happen.
Nose on number 2 is a little better here.
We're behind. Get to pouring.
Ooh, I like that nose on too. Yeah.
I'm getting some like lemon honey tea.
Ooh.
Yeah. The honey is very prominent.
A lot of honey.
My number 2 has a lot of honey as well.
Mm.
Are you sending us wild turkey honey and getting back at me for that time I sent it to you, TJ?
Yep. That's exactly what I did.
You got another one there.
Thank you, Regs. Appreciate it, man.
Mhm.
Cheers, Regs.
I think that honey risky. What you had to scrub the bottle 3 times to get the flavor out because
Yeah.
it just stuck to the inside of the bottle.
Yeah. We were so grateful,
Ooh.
Brian. And he sent that to us first in the
Grief.
flight.
If this isn't finished in something, that is super sweet. That's rum. What did Brian say that? It tastes like a bite into a sugar cane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, because it's finished in rum.
I didn't know that at the time.
This is definitely like liquid honey.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's the
Do
perfect.
Do you have a? Trying to think. TJ, do you have a Starlight barrel finished in honey?
Oh wow. This is delicious.
I do have a Starlight finished in
yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
because I get a little bit of it's hidden very well with all that honey, but it's like a little bit of a young note.
Yeah, and I'm getting some wheat and some hay. That to you is probably that young note.
Yep. You're much better at description, Heather.
I try.
As always.
Words are not our strong suit.
It is dark. That's for darn sure.
Where's Brian at with the color? Jeez, Ed.
Almost knocked my hat off.
Sliding in there.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
color here. I would say
Straighten up, Lance.
light mahogany.
Straighten up. Fix that hat.
Hey.
This hat's hurting my ears, man. I don't know how much longer I can take it.
Gene finished.
Yeah,
college.
finishing
Good
college.
Job, man. Perfect time to open up that 15-year.
Worth celebrating.
Yeah, this one's very honey. I'm not gonna lie. Now that the bottle's almost gone, I actually enjoy this a lot more than when I first.
Which
got
means
it.
that when you sent us the samples, you didn't enjoy it, and you're like, just get rid of this.
Like,
I was like,
Appreciate
this
you, TJ.
is
Wow.
really rare. People want to try this, and so
now he's questioning his decision.
Yeah,
Like,
because I don't have anything left, really.
maybe I shouldn't have done that.
It's kind of like you don't appreciate something until it's gone right there.
Mhm.
Yep. So Brian, if you'd leave, I might appreciate you.
Wow. Oh, and the love
That's pretty
starts
good.
early, Brian.
Good thing you did.
Oh, can you leave?
I don't think he realizes he can't get back in without me. I don't think.
Right?
Oh, he
Hey!
can. He just
Whoa.
turned off the camera.
Ooh, magic.
So he does know technology.
I know he just chooses to act like he doesn't. So yeah, so
How is you not sending me the link? A technology issue on my end.
I'm talking all the other times, buddy.
My computer is like 6 years old, and it was like middle of the market then. So
Ben, we will get you Brian's address. Do not worry. You can just send it there. We've been wanting a Brian only sample. Bottom of the barrel. We'll just call it.
Let's
It'll be
not
great.
start this like.
yeah.
Don't send each other just to trash can samples.
No.
Oh
Brian sent me great samples. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
yeah.
Thank you very much again. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, David. I sent him like five different variations of Henderson. There was, the small batch, the single barrel.
Yeah.
I started my night out with Henderson's. Just in homage to you.
Oh,
So it's just
yeah,
uphill
buddy.
from there, David. It's just uphill from there.
Ode to Brian.
I needed a nice water to start with. So
It was sweet vanilla water, really, is how I classify that.
It's cheaper than Basil Hayden 10-year.
Boom.
You ain't lying there,
well, so is 1910.
right?
Thank you, Cody.
Aw,
Thanks, Cody.
Appreciate it,
thanks.
buddy. I will see you tomorrow at the wedding, and I've got some samples for you.
So now that we're doing this, we could have like, what would you pay for a Brian trash can flight to TJ and Charlie? And where I just get to spend, I go and find the 5 most bargain worthy, we'll say, spirits that are out there, and I mix that in with a flight of the good stuff just to see what Heather, TJ, and Chuck do.
Wait, I have to be a part of this? I know.
So I think we've already,
fitting at this
Brian,
point.
we've already received enough samples from you. I was just as we were coming up on this 1,000 sub video, just kind of reflecting on the journey that we've been on. Obviously on the YouTube channel, it's gone a little over a year, but the three of us have been getting together for bourbon nights for more than 2 years now, and I'm just in my memory, those are quite cemented. Those moments of the wild turkey honey. Good God. The other flight that was just like, it never got better. It
The
just
pecan
like,
liqueur.
the pecan liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oil fire, as we said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are
the oil fire. Oh, that was a good one. I feel like if nothing else, at least be memorable.
Yeah.
And it sounds
Also,
like
if you-
I gave you some memories that you're going to cherish or at least remember for a while.
if you could also bring about 150 sample vials that you have not sent back with samples to us, Chucks, when you see
The
them,
empty ones.
we'll continue to send them your way.
Oh yeah, I can totally do that. I mean, that's the whole thing we have going on here. Is you send me stuff, I drink it, and you refill it.
Oh, there you go. You got your own $5 donation, buddy.
Yes, I can probably buy 2 different spirits with that.
Oh boy.
At least you classified them correctly as spirits and not bourbon.
Yeah, the fact that he made it that broad, though, isn't that a little bit scarier? Spirit.
Well, thanks again, Regs. We appreciate it.
You know, I saw this bacon bourbon that I was really tempted to send your way. Well, hey, I know how DJ likes bacon, and I was thinking of you, buddy.
Yeah.
So if you ever let me send a flight again, you know, I'll help you out.
I'm scared. Really.
Lance, did you have any other tasting notes on number 2 for the
on number 2? It's really good. I love it. Whatever it is, I wrote down caramel honey. On the nose, I got a little bit of like tart green apples. Really well rounded. I like the viscosity of it. Lots of good oak. I don't know what it is. If I had to guess, maybe some like an Evan Williams or something, but I have no idea. It's really, really good. I like it a lot.
So this bottle was Chuck's, and I stole it from him. I didn't give it to him. I gave him something else instead. But it is one of his favorites, and I guarantee you probably never had this. It is Buzzard Roost.
Oh
man.
Oh,
I know, it's because of my face.
know. I wonder if it's finally dark enough we can go.
What's the proof on it?
That's because it's behind the thing.
It is. So this is the barrel strength. It is 114.4 proof.
Okay.
That's the rye, right?
No, this is the bourbon. This is
the
straight bourbon.
Yeah,
whiskey.
so I gave you the bourbon finished in French oak, and I kept the barrel strength.
Chuck, I first thought it was it had a lot of similar characteristics to like a Knob Creek, but it didn't taste as high proof as Knob Creek, so that was throwing me off. But it's really, really good. That's delicious.
I love their toasted rye. That's one of my go-tos for cocktails.
Man, that's a great pour.
Yeah, I feel like the nose offers you a little bit more than a traditional Knob Creek would as well.
Yeah. Well, you don't have that.
Yeah, Lance is a different set of samples.
I have a different set, Brian.
Whatever 2 was then.
Hey, it's your show.
Yeah.
I know. So I'm having trouble following the flow. I didn't get a picture of the flow chart for.
He didn't get the memo. Yeah.
The Buzzard Roost is readily available here in Louisville. I always go to Kroger, and the person I know will just pop open the bottle and let me try it at Kroger to decide if I want to buy it or not.
Is the barrel strength readily available?
Yeah, the barrel strength is readily available. Westport actually had a store pick of one the other day too.
Oh my God, I'm picking that up next time I'm down there. That's fantastic.
Yeah. But they also have a French oak toasted bourbon, a French oak toasted rye, which Chuck really likes for old fashions. And they got a couple other ones coming out. They just released a cigar one. I don't know exactly what it is. It's not finished in the Arminero barrels or anything like that. It's just supposedly they think will pair well with a cigar. So what exactly that means, I don't know, but we'll take it.
Wow, that's a good pour.
Yeah, that's sourced MGP, right?
Yeah. Yep, it's MGP.
Oh, is that MGP?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So that's like the toasted Buzzard Roost tastes very similar to obviously Penelope.
I guess now that I'm like looking for MGP, it does taste MGP, but it's really good.
Yeah, as far as their toasting, I think that's where they're hitting it out of the park. Them and Penelope are both doing a really nice job on some of those toasts. They make that 4 to 6 year MGP taste really nice.
Thank you, 21090. Good to see you.
So what's the price on barrel strength?
It was $70.
Okay, so it's cheaper than like the Nashville.
Yes.
Because I think that might be better than some. I mean, I've had some Nashvilles that are really good though. But that's up there, and if it's $10-15 cheaper.
Yeah, and it's one people aren't really looking at or know anything about. So we should probably start doing some reviews on it. Let people know.
Yeah. Well, let me get a few.
Yeah.
Now that you're big time, you're gonna mess up the market.
Yeah. All right. So the best one, or the top one here that everybody liked, I threw in, and then David was saying how he wanted to try some special Michter's stuff. So this is Shanks.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is the 2020 release. It is also 90 proof. So the first two we've had are 90 proofs, whereas Lance is already in the 100 land twice now. And so,
After 3 videos.
Is Lance gonna make it through?
Probably not.
The hat's still on. That
Yeah.
that maybe is the gauge.
That'll be the key when the hat comes off. So yeah, so Shanks is a throwback to when Michter's was up in Pennsylvania, and they have Baumburgers and Shanks. I always get a lot of green apples on the Shanks, which I actually didn't get when we were this low in the bottle, so it really did change. But yeah, that's a fun one. Picked it up during COVID when they were doing online ordering. They don't do that anymore, unfortunately. So
Yes.
all
That's
right.
a good one, though.
Yeah, it
I
is.
liked it. It was nice of you to share.
Yeah. Well, that's what sharing is caring.
I'd
That's
rather
what
drink
we've
your
been telling
bottle
our
than the
daughter.
bottle I have. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome. All
I
right.
don't see Shanks down in Texas at all, or any of the dated Michter's or the barrel proofs or anything like that. It's a damn shame.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on the lookout for you, David. If nothing else, I've got a Baumburgers and I've got a Michter's Toasted that you can have. I'm more than willing to pass that along. So, all right. So while you guys try sample number 3, I've got a video that I'm really excited about that you guys get to watch and everybody else does, and hopefully this works. I've never played a video. We'll see what happens. Let's try this.
I am so rooting for the epic fail right now.
Yep, it can happen. So there we go.
New logo.
Nice.
New
That's
logo.
cool.
Love that.
Well
Love the new logo.
Now put the new logo up.
There it is.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Well,
this
yeah.
is as a YouTube geek, this is like the coolest part of YouTube is watching a channel evolve after putting in hard work and starting from the bottom, and now you're here, watching you guys change your logo and the new intro. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, we're excited, and we're getting ready to do here on the 25th, and a lot of these guys are coming along. We're gonna do our second barrel pick at Starlight, so we'll have somebody there to help video the whole thing. So we'll get a sweet, cool intro. We're gonna try our best to be as cool as Lance, but we'll get about 50% of the way there.
Don't do that.
TJ, what was the reason behind the logo change? Was you just trying to make it more simplistic, or?
Yeah, make it more simplistic and just more with the channel. So what really happened was, so hold on real quick. Thanks, 210. Appreciate it, man. Any Disney World questions you have, hit me up on Instagram and I will let you know from the master, which is my wife, who made us the best Disney trip ever.
I did lots of research.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
It was color coded. There was an Excel sheet.
There was.
Yep, it was
Printed
crazy.
calendar.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when the tornadoes hit here in Kentucky, we donated our New Riff picks to the charity. And because of the equals MC Square or equals MC Bourbon and Power Bourbon, they got all confused. We actually gave them 2 bottles, which I didn't have a problem with at all. So each bottle raised over, I think it was $250 a piece, which was great. But that kind of started me thinking, like, the logo that was and our name, it all didn't kind of flow together. So I got with a designer, and they came up with this new one after a couple iterations, and we kind of enjoy it. So now we have to, look into maybe getting a couple T-shirts going to Patreon members
logo here.
and some new Glens. So
yeah, it was an excuse for TJ just to have Charlie buy more Glencairns.
Yes, exactly. So if you have the originals, those might be a collector's item.
Collector's items.
Yes.
I love it. It looks great, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're excited.
If you ever need more design work, I know of a real good designer.
Oh, okay.
A real good one. Yeah, I might
start making merch.
I might
actually. You need some fun stickers, right?
I'm not sure we can afford a real good one or not. I don't know that.
Oh yeah.
We'll send your entire bourbon collection.
She might reside in this building.
Oh,
Just saying.
The special connections. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
This nose is so different.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Dickel.
That is. That's a bowl of fruity pebbles that you poured Dickel over.
TJ's Dickel meter is like
Chuck's Dickel meter is going crazy.
That is like
TJ's that sniffs that out like crazy.
Champions right there. Dickel 15 over fruity pebbles right there.
Is this the barrel? Is this the gold?
I'm guessing Chuck knows this person.
Yes, you do, Eric. Absolutely.
He's not giving out his bottles. He's just like, yeah, I got people that want them. I'm not sharing.
Yeah.
Yep. Ben says the same thing. B3 is Dickel, and it is great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I kind of feel like my number 3 is Dickel.
I don't know. Would you do that to them, TJ?
I may have missed it. What was sample 2? Did you tell us what we were drinking, TJ?
Shanks.
Shanks, got it.
Yeah, number 2 is Shanks. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, Johnny, no problem. Thanks for watching, man.
Awesome.
I feel like this doesn't, sometimes those aged Dickels can be a little bit too like Coca-Cola to me, a little bit too, heavy oak, and this one's lighter. You get a little bit more of the fruit in the background. You still get some of that classic Dickel note, but
yeah.
Well, maybe it's not aged.
Now, I don't have the same sample as you guys, do I?
No.
On 3?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are making me think this is Dickel, but Chuck's giving me like all the notes I wrote down.
Well, you are in close proximity to Chuck, so when his Dickel meter goes that high,
wasn't sure where that was going, Brian.
That has the making of something really bad, Brian. Like really bad.
21090. We haven't had the chance to get our hands on those batches, so we're always willing to review samples for the channel. So
yeah, you're right, Chuck. We haven't got our hands on Old Carter. Oh wait, that says 12 right there.
Oh, not 11.
Number 3 for me on ours is really cherry and cola forward. There's so much cherry on number 3.
Did he send you a Dickel 15 perhaps?
I think it must. This tastes like Dickel.
Or the barrel 15.
Mm-hmm.
You better break the news to him.
What?
Let him know what it is.
Oh, I guess it'd be nice. Everybody's drinking the same thing right now.
Oh, there's Dickel in it.
Yes, it is. What did I put? Oh,
so we were drinking the same thing.
Yes.
Lance.
It
was a test and we passed.
Chuck, good notes, man. You were saying them. I was like, what the hell? This is exactly what I'm tasting.
So this is the Barrel Gold label, which you can see, I've been hitting heavy. And it is, so it's $500, crazy expensive.
Wow.
It is 4 specific lots of barrels, each aged a minimum of 16 years, and it comes from Tennessee, Indiana, and Kentucky.
Now, I will say, when my first sip of it, I was like, this is fantastic. I thought it was Knob Creek because I was tasting so much cherry, and I was like, this has got to be a Knob Creek. And then the more I tasted, I started getting a little bit of minerality, and I started tasting those cola notes, and I was like, I think this is Dickel, but it's. And I was saying to myself, if this is Dickel, this is the best Dickel I've had because it's really this is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I think it's a little drying for me on the palate.
Yeah.
Can't say it's my favorite, but what does Chuck think?
I mean,
Best
you guys
ever
have,
had?
yeah, everybody else has watched this channel long enough. They know if it's MGP barrel or Dickel, like I'm gonna be a fan. This is wonderful. And the best part is TJ spent his money on it instead of
that is pretty freaking fabulous. And I'm not a Dickel fan at all, but this is good.
That was so funny. I was like freaking out when Chuck was giving his notes. I was like, what the hell?
Man. Yeah, that is Fruity Pebbles and Dickel and cinnamon, and that is fabulous.
Since that's in flight 1 and flight 2 for Patreons, I'm giving away 2 samples tonight. So 2 people are gonna go home big.
No wonder that bottle was so low. Or have you made the samples? Okay.
Yeah, there's not going to be anything left of that bottle.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yes.
Heather was talking about that drying that kind of comes in at the end of the palate, and to me, it's like it leaves you with that cherry cola note, and I don't mind it. I like it. It definitely is a different sensation, though.
Yeah, Nick really enjoys it. Nick, I would highly recommend Chuck's Bar. We will get you that address. He also cooks really well. If you ever follow him on Instagram, you can see what he makes his visitors. I think he's just gonna start a speakeasy down there. Airbnb it.
I think you can kind of see it. It's this shelf just of barrel back there, right?
I'm still in a cook-off in the future there, Chuck.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a cook-off.
Competition.
Maybe TJ and Heather participated at or stayed at the B&B this last weekend. So they could tell you about the menu.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Little jambalaya.
Make reservations now.
Ed's a good cook. I can vouch for Ed.
Oh yeah.
Cooked for me a few times. He can cook.
Little jambalaya challenge there, Chuck.
You'd get me on jambalaya. Never made jambalaya.
I'm getting some spice now. That Kentucky Heck's coming in.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I don't know if I'm willing to say it's worth it at 500, but
I don't think so. But it's not meeting like my flavors that I like. So
I would say
I'll buy
I would rather
7 Dickel 15s at $75 to find one that might taste close to this.
I was gonna say I would rather pay this 500 than secondary on just about any Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, that's a really good pour.
Yeah.
What are the ages? I can't remember. Does it say?
16 plus on everything. It doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On everything. Wow.
Yeah. 21090's got it.
It's
really
a new world though.
Yeah. That's true.
That's the thing. Like 2 years ago, hell no. I remember seeing a George T. Stagg in a case for 500. I was going, fuck these guys. And now I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
What did you see? The new Founders Edition from Rabbit Hole is going to go for MSRP?
No.
$950.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Because it's cognac finished.
Oh, what?
I'm like, come on, guys.
Hey,
the trend now is finishing things and different.
Yeah. Are you guys fine? Like normally I'll do like we always do like bourbon of the year, and in my list there's like I reviewed Old Elk double wheat whiskey today, and I'm like, well, shit, that thing's fantastic, but it's not a bourbon.
Yeah.
Like Discovery 7, fantastic. That's not a bourbon. I think I might just do like everything this year.
Yeah.
Just do your whiskey of the year, Lance.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I'll tell you what, that green label in the wooden box, that's $500, no questions. No.
What is it? Blood Oath Pact 8? Is that what you're talking about? You're talking Booker's Rye.
There you go.
He said box. I was gonna say. So I know it's Booker's.
I saw one on the secondary today for $2,500 if you want it.
That's it?
Yeah. That's it.
I was looking; they were all about $4,000. I'm like, no. 2,500? No,
Ooh.
no. Lance still loves my reaction at missing out on the pour at Bardstown.
Yeah.
Still talking about that one.
I'll talk about that for the rest of my life, Brian. Until I
I'll show that picture. I'll show that picture on every live stream.
I feel like
do it. Do it. Just
Well,
show
I can't do it. It's
That's
not my show. I can't share anything on here.
I know.
Oh, you can
I'd
share
have
whatever you want.
I'd have to text it to TJ.
That may show up on a barrel pick sticker one of these days.
You would call it Ed Tears.
You can call it the BTET. And you know what the BT part is, and I won't air that on air.
Okay, number 4.
So I will say, out of all
What a
these, the
letdown,
only one
Number 4 is a letdown.
the only one I've just about finished is number 3. So
I'm with you, Brian. 4 is
That's different.
that nose comes at you a lot stronger.
My 4 is different too. My 4 is smells a little more malty.
I'm getting some classic notes on this one, and I saw you pour it, so I'm not gonna say anything more.
I don't. Yeah, I'm.
Is my 4 Green River?
No.
No. Is that
Good try
way off?
there. Age-wise, no, actually, like on par.
Yeah, this is classic. I can't even share any.
What about proof? It's got to be pretty low, isn't it?
No. Well, no, it's right around what you've been drinking.
Oh, is it really? Wow, that drink's way lower. I'm on my 8th glass of bourbon tonight, though.
This one's stumping me a bit.
Ben says musty oak.
Yeah. Wait, does he have the same sample as we do?
No, he doesn't have the same sample as you. He's got the same as
Well-
Lance.
Well, this thing has a zinger on the tongue, man. It is tingly on the tongue. Holy cow.
There's something about this nose that is familiar.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
My guess is weeded.
Whatever,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Ben, we gotta get Chuck to break down and buy a Kentucky Owl for us to review, but
Yeah.
he hasn't done that yet. He doesn't care about us.
I basically buy whatever you tell me to buy. So you could just lie and be like, everybody's saying this batch is fantastic. And I'd be like, okay.
I've never bought a Kentucky Owl.
Is this an old foe?
Why
You
would
said
I
it's an
tell
old
you?
foe barrel strength?
Oh, barrel strength.
Why would I tell you?
The moment whoever said old foe, now I'm getting banana on this freaking.
Yeah, see?
Yep.
Power of suggestion.
I think Heather. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I was tasting, but
I just got banana foster on the nose.
See,
Brian said
Brian
this
was
smells
like-
familiar. I am
I taste
sorry,
something
y'all.
familiar.
I mean, from the moment I smelled it, I was like, yep, banana, 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 banana.
now,
Oh, man.
now that's all I'm getting. Like banana
Yeah.
bread, banana. Yeah.
There's a suggestion there. King of Kentucky.
I've never
King of
been able to get my
Kentucky,
hands on a sample of King of Kentucky, so
Yeah.
would not know.
It's a special one. You know, it goes forever. That's why I'm slowly building my Kroger relationship in hopes one day I can get a King of Kentucky.
You gonna score a King of Kentucky at Kroger?
Oh, yeah, they all get them. All the Krogers around here get King of Kentuckys.
Damn.
What is it I got the other day? There? Oh, I walked in. Oh, I can't actually say this because it's at Chuck's bar. I walked in and they were just like, "Hey, you want this Old Foe barrel strength?" And I was like,
yeah.
"Sure." And then I just was
where'd
like,
that
"Hey,
go?
Chuck, do you want this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
It didn't even make the shelf.
Yeah, it's in
Didn't
the.
even make the shelf.
Take the shelf.
I do believe we made the whole shelf without putting a single OFO product on the shelf.
No, there's one president.
No, there's
President's choice.
No.
his president's choice is up there.
No.
Yeah.
That was the only one.
Do you have your other Old Foe barrel proof though up there?
Oh,
Well,
Is this a vote for Al?
I have
think it's a
3
vote.
other
Maybe we
Old
did
Forester
Al.
barrel strengths.
it was where does
There's
Al
3
get their
other?
whiskey?
Ed Bell,
Ooh.
he's
Ed
dropping.
with the question.
I know Bardstown is contract distilling for them now, but I
Yeah.
don't know about their older stuff.
So originally it was the Carters with Dixon Deadman who started it. So because I just did an old Carter tasting with the Carters and I learned some stuff.
Name drop.
So-
Name drop.
Yeah. So it was at Westport. It was like $20, and that's how I got my old Carter 12
They
signed.
have a
which was great.
texting group now that they're
Yeah,
in.
they're
Yeah.
down in his living room. It's
We
fun.
are, yeah. Actually, I asked to
Now
be
they're
employed.
locked.
They're
and
behind the
chained down
camera.
there.
Oh.
Yeah,
They said they
they're
do
locked
everything
and
by
chained down there
hand.
against
I
their
am now the
will.
cork pusher. That is my whole job. I just push the corks in the bottles, and they let me smell it. That's all I get. But
Free smell.
so they
That's a
started
good job.
that, and then Deadman wanted to buy it back, so they sold it to him, and that's when they started Old Carter. According to them, Kentucky Al was the first one to toast the ends of the barrel, because prior to that, nobody did anything to the ends of the barrel, and they were the first to do it. And so the other interesting thing we learned is the Kentucky Owls, them and Deadman double barrel everything. And so all the old Carters are double barreled, even though they don't publicly state it, which is interesting to know. So
Would they have to state it?
no, you don't have to.
So
As long
those
as the
that
new
do
oak
are
barrel
trying
doesn't
to
matter.
Yeah, as long as
make it
it's
sound like, ooh, it's been
Yeah.
double
I think
barreled.
Nashville Barrel does that on some of their stuff too.
Mhm.
I mean,
of
think
their-
about it. It allows more of those wood sugar, like things that are depleted,
Sure.
after 5 years of aging, it
Mhm.
replenishes that. So
Because you look at Nashville
And add
Barrel
more flavor.
stuff, and it's 5-year MGP, and it is dark as hell. Like
Yeah.
all their stuff is so dark, and it's just like there's no way.
What do you guys think about this old foe?
Okay.
Since we've established it's the old foe.
Well, that kind of ruined it. So this is
Hey,
all
I called
barrel
it.
strength.
I called it.
This is out of a liquor store up in Chicago. My buddy Cody, who donated earlier, he
Oh.
just, Brian, just
It is
So
a
you
single
know,
barrel.
when people come visit, they bring good stuff. And so he brought this and shared it with me. And then I sent him home with 5 bottles that, I was just tired of.
I did
Bro.
bring like dried steak the last.
I was
time
going to say,
came
the
to
only
visit.
thing I ask
mean,
from Brian when he visits is dried steak. And that's better than
That's
any
the
bourbon that
exchange.
Brian would likely give me. So,
and really good coffee.
and coffee.
Mm.
So
Steak
TJ,
and
I did
coffee.
not like this 4th pour you sent me coming off number 3, but now that I've let it sit a little bit, I like it a lot more. So I don't know what it is though, but it's
TED
tasting.
Talk, TJ.
It did not taste great after coming off number 3.
So I'm not going to lie. I was trying to figure out the order, and there
Ben,
wasn't
you're my
really
hero.
a good order to put this one in. But this is a rarer bottle. And so that's why I added it to this flight. And it is, we were just talking about them, Rabbit Hole, but it is their first ever single barrel. And they did it with,
That's not right.
what was it? What I'm trying to think. What am I? Alice in
Alice?
Wonderland
Yeah.
print. So this is the Queen.
What's the
but-
mash bill on that?
That was a great question that you're going to ask me, and I have no idea. So it's 102.76 proof.
Okay, I wrote down
And-
100, so that was close.
Yep. 4 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and it is their high gold. So whatever their high gold mash bill is.
It tastes
Which-
malty to me, but it doesn't taste like there isn't like maybe that's grain. Maybe I don't know.
I'd
Probably
give
young, yeah.
grain when
Yeah.
I try it.
Yeah, maybe that's just a little youth I'm tasting.
Yeah, so it's one that you're not going to get unless you're around here because they're not doing a big distribution on those. And this is one I looked at. I walked into the liquor barn and they had, so I was like, okay, I got to buy it. But people were waiting in line for, I don't know, 8 hours to get this, and I was like, that's terrible for you.
Yeah, I wasn't when it coming off number 3. I did not like it at all. But going back to it, it's a little bit better.
It's all it says is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey high rye.
Oh, it doesn't give the mash bill at all, huh?
High
Not that I
rye.
can see.
Probably
So
like
high
35%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wondered what the barley content was on it.
So
Okay.
continue on with this rabbit hole comment.
All right. So Rags asked, what is the first modest bottle to pick up from Rabbit Hole as an intro to the juice? To be honest, the first one we got it because as Chuck, Brian, and everybody else that hangs around long enough, I'm a sucker for a good story. And when we were first married and
I
living
know where
together,
this is going.
we lived right down the street from a place.
If you need to take a bathroom break, now's the time.
Yeah, I hate you, Brian. A place called Cave Hill Cemetery, and so they have a Cave Hill bourbon,
Story time with TJ.
4-grain bourbon. So that we do enjoy actually, and that would be a good one to jump in, and it's not overly expensive.
The Cave Hill one is readily
Yeah, and it's like I think $35-$40. Brian, I edit.
He can't give you crap anymore, Brian.
You. Yeah.
Oh, well played, Brian. Well played. That was freaking hilarious.
I'm sure
so
there
I do
will be a
have to say
point
this.
in the evening where Brian will get on the stage.
Yeah.
And we can time him.
I will find a soapbox. Now, I do have to say, TJ is a champ of editing because when we all get together, I like to hang out.
At least Nick agrees.
Chuck and TJ apparently are all about the bourbon. I'm more about friendship, and I'm still looking for friends.
Ed fell asleep.
Hi, Brian. Are we still on? We still live?
So no, TJ, I'm at least like 3/4 of the editing that happens on any given video.
To be fair, Brian, it's not your fault. So the last video when we did the Stellum flight video, I found the perfect intro for the video, and I grabbed it and I moved it to the front, and then I went back to where I was in the video and hit play, and 3 seconds later was Chuck looking like this in the camera. You will not use that as an intro. I was like, okay.
I don't even know what it was, actually. You'll have to share that with me sometime.
Yeah, I'll have to find it.
On the back channels.
Oh, man. All right. So while we keep going,
Yeah, let's continue
Ed,
these festivities.
And Derek, you two have to pour your special samples because you two have been Patreon members for the longest and at the highest tier, and we appreciate you beyond all belief. We are super excited to do the barrel pick. Glad you guys are both going to be there.
Absolutely.
Got a great stuff planned for that. It's going to be so much fun at Starlight. We actually just picked up some more Starlight bottles the other day.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Special trip.
that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't remember how many followers you had, TJ, when I subscribed, but
It might have been 4, and TJ was 2 of them.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot, and at least half of them were TJ Ghost accounts. So
And Brian is still not subscribed to the channel, actually. So.
you know,
all I know is that
it might pop up, but I'd hate to accidentally come across it. So
I don't think between your channel and Lance, when I first started following you two, there was 500 subscribers between you. I'm pretty sure of it.
You're the reason for the success. Causation equals
That's right.
correlation equals causation. There we go.
Everyone needs a Patreon they can make fun of, and that's this.
so why am I here?
I've gone pretty easy on you tonight.
So
Ed.
are we getting special pours?
I know you're
There-
holding out for next
they're
week.
just-
Oh my God.
know what the special ones are.
So they get to know what the special ones are after they tell me out of special 1 and special 2 which one's better.
Okay, they got to pick their favorites.
And
Alright.
I don't have my Nick West here, but if you wanted to try your Nick West and Brian wanted to try your Nick West, you could. I like that
acceptable?
idea. Yeah, I think Nick's okay with that. He'd
Do
like
it.
your opinion on what he sent. Brian, you have packaged open
Yeah,
You
open. Because you haven't opened it yet,
you
right?
haven't opened it.
No, I haven't.
And
Okay,
I'm going to
good.
grab my special pour that I'm going to share with my wife.
Ed, I'm
yay.
getting a lot of cherry on the nose on the special one. What about you?
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Big. Yep.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Did you said you would pour a George C. Stagg
It's in the picture. Oh, okay.
or Stagg Jr. maybe?
So, Ed, I mean, I'm sure Lance will share like amazing pour. He's pouring, but I'm gonna pour this Booker's that came from Spain.
No,
That
you're.
is 2000. Just saying.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Too
great
much
to have a
milk.
friend that travels internationally and doesn't like Booker's as much as I do. Or actually, my wife.
We may or may not have a cat appearance.
Oh,
There's a cat right here.
two's very nutty, Derek, to me.
Yep, I agree, Ed.
He had to send you a Booker's, right?
I don't
Little
send
book?
Bookers. Ooh, that would have been smart. Send him a little book. Put it up against something else.
Wait,
and
I
see-
feel like Ed's collection of Booker's is probably larger than ours.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
It is?
We couldn't really send him much.
He's been doing it for
We don't
a
have.
longer time.
But then 2 new limited edition bottles from
Yes.
Jim Beam, Ed
Yes.
doesn't get, and we get delivered to our house.
That's true.
God, I hate you. Why? Why?
Benefits of living in Kentucky.
I mean, they're probably going to come in the next week or two. So I was going to share them at the barrel.
This is
Pit,
like a
but if you're
letter.
gonna Be like Brian. I'm not going to share them.
Okay. I got my favorite, Derek.
I got mine too.
All right, gents. What is your favorite?
Hold up your fingers.
2 and 1.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, once you
All
said
right.
nut, like Ed's gonna go for that every time, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm right there with you, Ed. It's yeah.
So, Ed, you completely agree with Chuck and I when we did it. So S1 is Pappy 15, and
Oh.
S2 is Old Foe or Old Fitzgerald 16-year-old,
Oh,
Really?
nutty.
Wow.
Old
It's 16.
which is also the special Patreon flight that somebody's going to win tonight. So,
That's
Wow.
awesome. Of course, Ed would pick anything peanut over Pappy 15.
mhm.
I can't help it.
Hey, you like what you like.
That's
Yep.
that's my jam, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad at this number one. I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah.
Nick,
Thank you guys
this-
for being long-time Patreon subscribers. We appreciate it. It's the least we could do.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you. These
Keep
are
putting
phenomenal.
good content. Great channel. Love it.
Hey, I got 2 questions for you guys.
All right.
What was so far? What's your favorite video, Ben, that you guys have done?
Oh, gosh.
Good question.
Or that question could be for Ed or Derek, since they've been your longest subscribers.
Ooh.
Regs really wants the Pappy.
Question 2 would be, what's the dumbest moment on your channel? I'm sure it was by Brian.
I mean, too many to count.
The cold pool jump. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like I
Yeah.
might actually. I don't know if that's my favorite video. Actually,
the
that whole
dumbest moment.
That was-
Very dumb.
Do you forget that I had to do the pool jump twice?
The best part is he still
Oh, you
doesn't
should-
even
yeah.
have his old Carter that he won
Yeah.
by jumping into a frozen pool. It's still
Which
out.
I'm getting in like 2-3 weeks.
You jumped into
Yeah.
a frozen pool? I missed this.
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's on
put
there.
it-
Yeah.
Let's put it up to the or to the people. You know, should Charlie drink Brian's old
Yeah.
Carter tonight?
Absolutely.
You've had enough of it already, sir.
Duh.
It's like already done.
Yeah, Brian.
Um,
Since I think unanimously that is the dumbest thing we've seen, you got to share the story how you had to do it twice.
Yeah. So, well,
we don't have time for this.
And my wife.
Yeah, we do.
yeah, we do. We have all night.
So we're texting back and forth or whatever, and somehow we had gotten an ice storm, and we had replastered our pool late in the season, so we were dealing with that. and an ice storm comes through. It had already been like 0 degrees for like 3 weeks, but there's like floating ice in the pool from the ice storm. And there somehow, I don't know who proposed it or whatever, but it was like, hey, jump in that, record it, we'll get you some old Carter. And that was really my only way to get old Carter. So after debating on it for a nanosecond, and then actually getting some of my other friends to see what they would put forth, got an extra $100 out of that for me to jump in as well. I've repaid them in bourbon though, so it's all good. And so I do the whole polar bear plunge, and due to malfunctioning video issues, didn't work. So I had to I wanted my old Carter, so I had to do it a second time. But the great part is, we have a freezing pool. I am seriously like just breath gone. Lungs are no longer functioning. Like body is cooling down. I'm trying to race back in the house, and my wife is like, "You're not coming in wet." She hands me a towel.
Make you stand outside?
Yeah.
Sounds like a Rachel thing.
She's like, "You're not ruining the wood floor." So she's like, she was basically like, "This is your dumb idea. Our floor is not going to be collateral damage, and you're in TJ and Charlie's bourbon stuff." So,
I like that she thought it was all of you, but like really, it was just you trying to get that old Carter.
Well, had they not put up the bet, I mean, I would not have.
Yeah.
Well, in freezing water.
It was such a memorable moment that even when, once again, I'm going to bring it up, TJ met them at that tasting, they remember that video. So good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like you answered 2 questions with 1 video. Nice job.
Yeah, so the old Carters remembered that.
They did.
That's awesome. The old Carters. Do they want to meet me?
No, they don't.
No.
Actually, you know what? I would be willing to do that like annually for a release under like promotional considerations or something. Like we could start like a "What would you do for an old Carter?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah,
what would you do for?
Yeah, we just got to find that many old Carters. It's gonna be a little hard.
Yeah.
Can we get them to sponsor us though? Can they? If
we get them to supply the old Carters, that's.
Yeah, I'll make it a 2-for deal. They'll sponsor Power of Bourbon and Whiskey Tornado. Half the bottle goes to us, half the bottle goes to Lance.
I don't have to do a polar plunge though, do I?
No, just Brian. Brian doesn't.
Brian's got it. All right, then I'm in.
I figured we'd have a rotating thing.
All right. So Gene wants to know, what is a bourbon you'd like to try that you have not tried yet that's on the higher end? So everyone that's been watching the channel long enough knows my
unicorn
is, well, I got 2, but William Llewellyn, of course. But the obtainable unicorn that I hope one day to get is the 4 Roses limited edition. So that is, those 2 are kind of like, for me, what I'm always on the lookout for, everything like that. I think Brian, it's, I don't know, Old Forester 1910 is what he's hoping for one day. But
every Walmart I go into.
Every Walmart.
He likes the older, the barreled longer, whatever you call them, right?
The what?
Ultra aged.
Ultra aged.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ultra aged. You like those, right, Brian?
Prescription's got the ultimate question for you, Brian. What would you do for 20 Hendersons?
Ooh, 20 Hendy.
What would Brian not do for 20 Hendersons? This might be a shorter list.
That's better question. I would drive to pick them up. I mean, given gas prices these days,
can't drive that far.
Right.
Yeah. I might have to put some in the gas tank to make it back. That might actually be a cheaper option than gas. That might have to look into that one. So, so I've not really tried. I see the Kentucky Owls all over. Obviously, they're a little pricey, but some people seem to like them, and I'm like, it's an attainable higher end something.
I think that's two ticks for Chuck to just go buy a Kentucky Owls. What I just heard. 2 out of 3 have said he should
possibly.
I have an extra Kentucky Owl number 2. I'll send you a sample.
Oh,
All right.
Appreciate that, David.
Okay.
Oh yeah, awesome. Chuck, what did you think of the Redbreast 27? Since you didn't do it on video,
it was different. Very different. And
That's like saying it was unique. Yeah.
I like Redbreast. What I've had the TJ, you sent the cast strength and did you send the 15? I think I've had the 15 at a bar.
Yeah.
If you hadn't.
I didn't send you the 15 because all I had prior to David
I've had
was
it at a bar then.
The 12 cask, and now I'm never going to buy that again, and I'm only buying the 15 because that was
It was so much.
Yeah,
it was so much
Agreed.
better. Yeah.
It was, so the 15 was fantastic. I'm not sure, like I came out after the 27, I'm like, this is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just different flavors that you can appreciate.
Yeah. All right. So
not something you're going to reach toward.
Oh. Okay.
So for TJ and Heather, who got into bourbon first, that's right. All y'all, Chuck, Brian, do not send us your bank account.
Yeah, you just told me about what you got into bourbon before meeting us was pouring Eagle Rare down or trying to set your kitchen on fire with Eagle Rare.
Yeah, that's a good story. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like Eagle Rare at first, so he decided to cook with it.
Yeah, we decided to cook with it, and it was a big bottle. We were like, "Hey, what's cheap? We'll just buy this Eagle Rare. We'll cook with it." And we dumped it because it was terrible. That's where we started.
But those were the days when you could go to the liquor store and everything was available on the shelves, and now it's not there.
There was 30 Blantons. Nobody cared.
Yep.
All right, so it says, who got into bourbon first, or was it shared interest prior to you guys meeting? Follow-up question, if applicable. How did you get the other into whiskey?
Well, so it's really a Kentucky thing. So neither one of us are from Kentucky. And bourbon is just very Kentucky. So we had a joint interest, but he definitely decided to consume it first. I wasn't quite that brave.
Yeah. And consume more.
Yes.
Yeah. So we tried together, and then it was like, and then you were like, I'm just going to do this. And you just buckled down, and you were like, I'm going to swallow down this Woodford and enjoy it best I can. Yeah. But then later you made me have some sips.
Yeah. And what really got us into it was, so prior to COVID and the crazy boom, Kentucky was amazing. You could just once a year, right after Thanksgiving, you could go for Black Friday shopping. You could go to Liquor Barn, and they did a Pappy raffle. And so all their Pappy, all their B-Tech, everything was just raffled that day. You showed up, you got a wristband. If your name was called, you jumped up, you did a jig, and then you walked in and bought whatever you could. So we weren't really into bourbon, but we had heard that was good stuff. So we went, her parents went, and my parents went. And we wind up walking away with 2 Pappy 15s, 2 Lot Bs, and a old Rip.
We were very lucky that day.
Yeah, we were very lucky. So we opened, so we took 3 of them, and then her parents took a Lot B and a Pappy 15, which that's the Pappy 15 you guys have, and we finally closed out. But we decided we would open the Lot B, and we were like, okay, if this is good, we're gonna get
maybe
into bourbon.
This hype is worth it.
Yeah. If not, we're just gonna give these bottles away or take them somewhere and sell them or something like that. Open the Lot B, and it was like,
dang, this is
it's good. All right, we'll start doing bourbon.
Well, then you were hooked on collecting. So I would say there's 2 different stages where you you had that interest.
Yep.
And then you had that collector's mentality of Pokemon style. I've got to have them all.
Yep. All right. So Ben asked, what's the biggest go-to whiskey in the current period in time for y'all? I think you got to get that Texas y'all in.
I mean, I'll go quickly. So for me, the biggest, and it's mostly available. You have to, I guess, put an asterisk on everything these days, but it's Rare Breed. At $45, usually you can just go walk in and find it. It is just fantastic quality. Every time I drink that, I'm almost surprised.
Your favorites, right?
Yeah, Rare Breed's my
for me, it's Rare Breed.
I was at Benny's today. No Rare Breed.
Really? I was just in there like a week ago, and they had tons of bottles.
Yeah.
Father's Day, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a bottle of Rare Breed, a backup bottle of Rare Breed, and now my other friend, wonderful
other friend?
present. Yeah, my other friend, my wonderful present from Spain. My other Spanish present is a Rare Breed unfiltered, and that is amazing.
Wild turkey unfiltered is heavenly.
Yeah,
so good.
So.
I know, shocking, but that's the go-to right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's another good one. For me, the other one right now, while you can still find it, is Bellamine. So as far as, there's tons of MGP products out there, but that one at the price is still excellent. It just sits on shelves.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I poured that just regular Knob Creek single barrel. Poured one the other night and I went, damn. That is fantastic.
Yeah, you should ask Chuck what's in that barrel behind him.
So to tease a little bit what's coming, Ed, on the channel is TJ and I got a barrel challenge going. So we're aging our own whiskey, not our distilled, but we
right.
There's no constraints.
Barrels.
So in this little small barrel here, but I started. This isn't where it's going to end, so I can share it now. But TJ picked me up 2 store picks of Knob Creek, so 120 9-year, and it's in this barrel, and it's been in there a week, and it's got this delight. Like I just call it Knob Creek toasted. It is delightful.
God dang you, Chuck.
I'll send you a sample, Ed. I'll send you a sample.
Oh yeah. So Chuck and I are we're gonna go head to head in this, and we're gonna send samples to all our Patreon. Everybody, and you guys are all gonna pick who did the best barrel finish bourbon.
Awesome.
Now
those little barrels you can't mess up very much. A week too long and you screwed it.
Yeah. Now with that, TJ, are you going to use your pump for added age there, or?
So
hey,
Brian,
you're teasing the future episodes too here.
New episodes. So I was a sucker, and I went out and bought a whiskey pump, which sounds way dirtier than it is. But it's hilarious. So,
would you just take a second to absorb that, if you would?
Whiskey.
So
Lance just tucked that right into his vault, and you hear the end of that, TJ.
So they claim that you can put whiskey in this, and it's an air pump, and it pumps it through a piece of wood, and it ages an extra 5 years. So naturally, I whiskey pumped Rare Breed and Eagle Rare, and I blind sampled them to these guys. And so we're going to do a video where we try them and decide which one is better, and see if the whiskey pump, will improve.
Does
that.
anything?
Yeah.
David's reaction.
I'm actually excited to try it on my Henderson, so I can get 5-year Henderson.
That's why we didn't give you a barrel, because we knew you'd put Henderson in it, and we just get really oaky Henderson.
So much sugar in the Henderson, it just clogs the wood.
What's wrong with sugar, vanilla, and oak?
So Lance, what's your ultimate whiskey that you've never tried that you want to try?
Booker's Rye. That's dying to try.
Is that factual?
Can I join that club?
No, that is. I mean, I'm obviously digging at Ed, but it's also factual. It's one I would love to try.
Yeah.
As if you're going vintage, I would love to try like the '80s old granddad. But like not vintage. I guess Booker's Rye is that vintage now? I don't know.
What is it from?
Your kids would say yes, Lance.
Yeah, my kids definitely would say yes.
Oh man!
All right, Chuck. I'm pouring the Old Carter 13.
All right.
Cheers.
Single
Chuck,
barrel.
are you drinking Nick's sample?
I am, yeah. So
what'd you think? He was wondering.
Brian, do you have this as well? Or am I the only one?
No, I have a sample.
Oh wait, you didn't share what you opened.
What's in the package?
What's in the box?
So Nick,
what's in the box?
It was.
You have to read. You have to read.
It was a very heartfelt message. Yeah. I actually figured out what you guys were saying for a while, so I could read it.
He was processing.
And I mean, this pulls at the heartstrings here, Nick.
You just got to read the last 2 paragraphs. That's the important part. That's about the time I fell on the floor laughing.
You want me to skip to that? Last paragraph. He has included an autographed photo of himself from the 4th grade for Brian. He should frame it and hang it for motivational purposes. I was an absolute baller in 4th grade, and the picture is proof. Hopefully, it will be a beacon of light in Brian's darkest days. Sincerely, Nicholas. And there's some other in the opening 2 paragraphs. There's just it's too personal to share.
But is there actually a signed photograph?
Yeah, where's your autographed photo you got?
So here's the hilarious part, Nick. Is this photo says, "Reach for the stars or your dreams or something." I like the vagueness and the openness of the final landing there. And it sure enough is autographed right here. So when I actually looked at this is a lot basically what I look like in 4th grade as well. I feel like I might have just found a long lost brother. So Nick, we maybe need to DM later and talk about maybe if we have some shared relatives somewhere or not, because dude, 4th grade, that's a handsome dude. I'm telling you. And I have similar pictures to prove it. So well done. Baller indeed. I will save this somewhere. I'll see where my wife lets me put it. So yeah. All right, there you go. So thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. All right, here, bro.
All right.
So as far as the sample
goes, I probably need to grab a new glass. Well, I'll finish my warm up here.
All right. Well,
warm up.
So I'm getting.
Ben's got a very valid question. He was wondering if your sample was only in black and white.
Did they have cameras back then?
Yeah.
His 4th grade picture. Yeah, it's in black and white.
All right.
Ben, I hate you.
Yep. I gotta figure out how to share my screen.
Oh, we're getting fancy.
Because we are gonna start raffling.
So
I'm gonna quickly just
the clarity of what Nick sent is we'll call it lighter.
Well, it reminds me of a little bit of like barrel products. So some of those batches or their whiskeys. So it's like you get a lot of these sweet apple and peach notes on the back. The nose is, I'd say the nose is the weak point. I really like that palette of light fruit.
Do you
notes.
know what Nick sent, or is it a mystery?
Yeah, no, I know what Nick sent.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have to pull up.
I would guess
he has the
barrel
key.
Product with a little American whiskey in there, but
I feel like it's fruit with a little bit of alcohol on the back end of the nose.
Are you not entertained?
Do you mind a question?
What, David?
How did you guys meet? I went back in your old videos and I cannot figure out what the connection is between the two.
That is a secret.
That is.
We're gonna need a board with lots of like spider webs, like drawn. No, TJ and I were roommates.
TJ, check your text.
Yes, sir.
So TJ and I went to college together, and then we were roommates for a year. When he was thinking he was going to be an aerospace engineer, before he went down the path of education. But hey, he's here where he is now. So yeah, we've been good friends for quite a while.
I gotta get my face out.
Oh,
I don't know.
No, that's just blurry, TJ.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There's Ed not getting
his bookers.
Ed not getting his bookers.
And the other important.
Yeah,
that's one you always need on standby.
Yeah, I'll just have to add that to the.
Is that Adam Morrison?
No,
it's
Timmy.
Timmy.
Hey, Timmy.
All right,
Yeah,
Chuck,
okay.
continue your story, sir. We were roommates. I got Chuck addicted to World of Warcraft. I'm sure he was going to share that sample.
Yeah.
He was not going to share that piece. I have a feeling.
Those are 2 years lost of my life. But now we just drink bourbon together. So I don't know. It has changed a whole lot. a different game.
It was a different game.
He claims that you're the one that got him into alcohol in the first place.
Yeah.
So
I did buy him some Rolling Rock.
that's
when
his story.
first-
It's consistent.
Yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
consistent story.
Yep.
Boy,
He
that's a
said
long
it
time ago.
was Rolling Rock, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
Here we
I'm
are.
going to peg either one of them as the person who lacks impulse control, it's not Chuck.
Oh, yep. I agree. Regs has got it right. Spider-Man.
All
pointed
three
at
of them.
Spider-Man pointed at Spider-Man. That could have been our new logo.
Well, that explains the two of you. Where does Brian fit in?
We're still trying to figure that out. Yeah.
So what pour is this that you?
Brian, where do you fit in?
Are we done with the sample?
So Chuck and I had a mutual acquaintance, and I'll be honest. When I met Chuck, I was suspect at best on whether or not I thought he was somebody worth hanging out with, and so and I think he felt the same way. Actually,
I'm sure.
Most likely. And then over time,
I was very suspicious before I ever met you, to be quite frank.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like, I don't know, this Chuck dude, like, I don't know about him. And sure enough, like, we hang out a couple times. I'm like, oh, this guy's actually kind of fun. And then my girlfriend and now wife at the time, was like, hey, he's a pretty cool guy too. And I was like, okay. So she thinks he's okay. I suppose I'll warm up to him. And then he started like sending me whiskey, and then I'm like, all right, cool guy.
That's how long it took, Brian.
All right. Yeah. So we've
It's
met
basically
through-
a shared interest.
And
I
then-
think, that's maintained the friendship.
Yeah.
Well, so
and
I
then-
had actually got into whiskey previous to Chuck, back when Chuck thought Basil Hayden's was like the best whiskey in the world.
I right there with you, Chuck.
And so my affection for 80 Laws is because some of my friends here in town had probably started getting into whiskey about the time TJ did, or about a year before. And so that's where my affection for 80 Laws, which is in my home state of Colorado, kind of all of that began happening. And some of my friends took a trip out there, brought some back, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is good. They do a lot of experimental stuff, and they did this chocolate barrel, like this chocolate rye that was just like
good.
Oh, so stinking good. And I even like talked to him. So you'll actually meet him if you go to the distillery. Like, he hangs out, he'll drink with you or whatever.
They're only
I was
open
like,
from 10 to 2 on 3 days a week or something.
yeah, on weekdays. They're only open late on weekends, sadly. Weekdays, you're just kind of like, good luck. I mean, they're small. They're a craft distillery. And I was talking with him. I was like, dude, you need to do that chocolate rye again. He's like, yeah, we did that. Like, we know that's good. He's like, I want to try something else. And I'm just like, okay, capitalism. Let's talk about this. But no, he's really into their staples and then just experimenting the heck out of stuff. So he's like, yeah, we did that. We know it was really good. Now we're going to do something else. So, sad day.
All right.
TJ, get these giveaways started.
Yeah, we're going to start raffling some stuff off. So I've got random.org up. Got all you guys in as we were doing this. I'm going to hit it random 5 times. And then the first person up is going to win the 3D print and Glencairn with what is now our old logo. You're lucky.
Ooh, collector's item.
Vintage. Yeah, collectors. All right, here it is. Number 5 is Cody.
Hey.
Nice job,
Hey,
All right.
we can save on shipping. If
Yeah,
you
we
have
can-
any of it.
I'll make
for
him
tomorrow.
visit. I'll make him visit to get it. He ain't gonna get it.
Oh, you got to drive down.
Yeah, because I didn't bring it up here.
Bring your wife.
All right. Number 2. Oh, what should I go with? How about the flight that Lance was doing. So let me hit this 5 more times.
That was a good flight.
Yeah. I like the Maker's Mark.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah. I've grown to really like them.
Heather,
Yeah,
I'm
me
with you.
too. Me too.
We have a similar palette, Ed.
I know.
All right. So that goes to Eugene or Gene.
Hey. Thank you, Eugene.
And you can't have multiple wins. I'm not going to hold that against you. All right. So the next one we're going to go with is, we're not going to go to the big stuff yet. The Maker's Mark DNA flight. I've got some samples.
Not going to go to the big stuff yet.
No.
I would consider that's a pretty hefty flight.
Whoever wins this should go back and watch the live stream you guys did when we tasted it.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Freaking awesome.
Including at the end which ones to mix together, right?
And that goes to Ed the Turkey, or also known as Ed Bell.
Oh, screw you, Ed Bell. He just sent me a text, Lance, and he says, I'm glad that you're taking all the heat for that Bardstown catastrophe.
Well, that's because eventually between Tornado and Power Bourbon, there's going to be a Booker's Titties pick.
100%. We might get canceled, but that's all right.
According to the cigar guys, we're going to get canceled anyway. So we'll just go with
couldn't get any better. There's nothing better than that.
All right. So now this one, we're going to go the top flight, which is what we were all doing on this live stream.
Just to pause real quick. I mean, Ben does make a good point, TJ. I think if you have any of the DNA project left, you need to send him a flight since Lance gave his away.
No.
I didn't give mine away, did I?
You gave Ben's away.
Oh, you're right. I did.
So Ben can have one.
I did.
I'll give one to you, Ben. All right. Maker's DNA. And that will go to Ben, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
All right.
Eric really enjoyed Ben's flight.
All right. So the top tier flight, the T flight goes to Nick West.
Hey.
So I'm trying to remember, Nick, did I send you a top tier flight or not?
No, I think he had the other one.
I'm waiting to see real quick. I don't want to send him something he's already got. Which
he was replying to Lance's picks or Lance's tasting notes.
We'll double check. Oh, okay. So Nick got the teas. So Nick, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this again. But to be fair, I'm going to get a special flight for you and send it to you.
Ben said I'm so selfish. I forgot my selfish actions. That's fair.
And it goes to Nick again. So we got to do it. All right. All right. That one goes to Regs. All right. So a top tier flight goes to Regs. And if you win something, do me a favor. In the about section on our YouTube thing is our email. Hit me up with your address and everything like that. Otherwise, I don't know where to send it. And Brian will be like begging for it to send to him, or even Nick or Ben, and that would be good. We can't send more stuff to Ben.
You know, though, after Nick and I bonded over this picture, you know, I feel like I at least go halvesies with him.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, should I raffle this off later?
What?
Signed photograph?
You were supposed to frame that.
You should raffle off your own signed 4th grade photograph.
No, I want it framed and always in the background of our videos.
Oh, that would be
hanging
great.
on the wall.
Oh, that's right up here. I can do that. That actually can probably be arranged. I've gotten such motivation out of this in just the 30 minutes that I've had it. I just feel like I need to share that with others. Kind of like a little, you know, instead of an elf on a shelf, you know, a Nick on a shelf, you know, just for watching over you.
Barrel pick sticker.
Oh, that could be a barrel pick sticker.
Yeah.
That would be great.
All right. So next one up is, I don't know, we're going to have to rock, paper, scissors on it, but either Chuck or I, because Brian isn't, you know, the type that shares, is going to give away a bottle of our first new riff pick. So we are going to do that. So let's see who wins that.
Yeah, I showed way too many of that with my friends.
That pick is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Butter toffee, barbecue. Oh, so good.
Mocha. It's fabulous.
All right. And that goes to Derek.
Yes.
I
I got 3 bottles and I'm out. So
Are you
I'm
serious?
Yeah. I'm out.
Good news is we will see you at the barrel pick. I can just hand it to you then.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, so we are down to Ed Bell is giving away a 4 Roses barrel strength. We have the Pappy and Old Fit 16 flight. And Mr. Sturger there said he is going to give away a bottle.
Yep.
But has not told us what it is.
No, because the winner has to pick either number 1 or number 2.
Okay, so let's go.
Question, teacher TJ.
Yes, sir.
Can we be in here for that?
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
If they don't send you a valid address, can it go to me?
No.
if they don't,
I'll hold on to it. Right?
That's awesome, bro.
We'll hold it for you. All right, so Ed Bell, 4 Roses barrel strength. Here we go.
Oh, let it be.
2, 3,
Let it be. Come on.
4.
One time.
Stephen L.
Well done, Steve.
There you go, Stephen.
All right. So Ed, do you want to go next, or do you want to save yours for last, or should we do the Pappy last?
I think you should save the Pappy for last.
All right. So we'll do.
I mean,
Hang on, TJ. You said this Nick Westbrook was a barrel, but you didn't tell me what it was.
Oh my
I need to know.
Go through my. Nick's still on here. Nick can tell us.
Nick, what is this?
No problem, Steven. Just make sure you hit us up on email so I can get you your information. Appreciate it, buddy.
Nick should share what the
Nick can share
the sample.
All right.
No pressure, Nick.
All right, so we'll do the 5 for Ed here, and then Nick can share. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Nick West again. Lucky dude. All right, Nick, you got to apparently pick 1 or 2 for Ed.
Oh, Nick West is the winner of that?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Nick.
Cleaning up.
All right. Let him know, 1 or 2. Did he tell you?
2.
He says 2.
Oh, all right. You ready? You are the lucky winner, Nick, of that bottle right there.
Oh, whoa.
Wow, Ed.
I wanted a big giveaway for this because you
nice.
guys worked hard. And
Wow.
so
Wow.
there you go.
That is a very good bottle after you let it sit for just a little bit.
There you go, Nick.
Awesome, Ed.
Mhm.
And also, congrats, Nick. That's
Yeah.
a wonderful bottle. Finish
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
that.
That is a wonderful bottle.
I wish Lance would have won it.
And me, I had to let somebody else have it. I'm good, but I appreciate it. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
All right. So for
Wait,
the
Ed, what was
Pappy-
bottle number 1?
Yeah, what was bottle number 1?
Pappy 15.
No,
Oakway.
Oh, another good
Ah.
bottle.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
109.
Very nice.
So, yep.
All right. So for the Pappy and the
You
Old
chose
Bits
wisely.
16. Let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3. It's just sticking with Nick up top every time.
Go like 7.
Eugene wins it.
Hey.
There we go.
All right.
All right. got all you guys' information. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for making this as special as it was. We appreciate it greatly.
Hey, before we get off, special thanks to Ed, which I don't like to thank him very much, but he turned me on to you guys. So, I mean, clearly he knew my channel, so he's a good judge of character. And then he referred me to you guys. But I love your guys' channel. I could not be more excited for a channel to hit 1,000 subs than you guys. So congrats, guys.
Well, we appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, cheers to the easily entertained Ed. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know, Brian, simple person.
Hey, clearly Dodger Notre Dame fan. And so,
oh my goodness.
So I might have missed this. I had to go check on my daughter. What did we find out? What Nick sent us?
No, he didn't say.
He didn't say.
He just dropped off. He left. He says, "Nope, not telling Brian. Too bad."
I don't see it. I can get it on. Oh, there he goes. Chuck and Brian, the sample you are enjoying is a barrel whiskey private release, a blend or rye and bourbon whiskey finished in. I'm not going to try to pronounce any of that.
Cool.
I was going to say, I have enjoyed this.
18-year whiskey.
Yep.
And the finish on this is beautiful. It's strong at the front and then just simmers.
Yeah, I picked up some of that. I don't know if it's the Wyoming whiskey that they source, the bourbon that they source, that kind of has some of those similar notes that I pick up, that pear and apple. But it was very classic to me. This is really good.
Have you guys had
thanks, Nick.
whiskeys?
Yes, thank you, Nick.
The Wyoming, I have not got one yet. I want to get the State Parks one.
Looks like
it doesn't ever hit in Kentucky.
A YO flight is coming to Power Bourbon.
Ooh.
All right.
I mean,
there we go.
Sacrifice.
There we go.
I've said Lance from YO. He liked it.
I love Wyoming's great, man. It's good.
I've got a connection back home. He's a friend of mine is from Wyoming, and he goes every time he goes back home. He goes to the distillery, and I'm like, pick me up something. So he sent me a couple of their single barrels, and quite tasty. Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Really good.
Yep. All right, so
wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna keep this
should we not
going
raffle
on.
off some of the stuff on Charlie's shelf? I mean, here at the end, a little bit more.
I mean, if we raffle it off when you come visit him, you don't get to try it. So I mean,
well, I mean, it can be delayed shipment. I mean,
how about we raffle off whatever's on Chuck's shelf that is being saved for Brian?
I like it.
It's already
That's what I keep
anything for Brian?
Fantastic
It
idea.
wouldn't smell well. It's already open.
Really? I'm only 2 hours from Chuck, so I can drive easily.
I'm finally. Don't take this from me, Ed. I'm finally able to make it. Okay. A year and a half later, I'm finally going on a vacation with our 3-year-old and 1-year-old. So just pray for that 8-hour.
Look.
So
yeah, I'll pray for you, Brian.
Yeah. So we have a 3.5-year-old and 1-year-old, and 8 hours of open road. We did go on a trip in the fall to a place 4 hours away, and it only took us 7.5 hours to get there. So 8 hours to Chuck's.
2 days.
We'll see.
This is waiting for you.
Bless you.
Yeah. Me and my wife are both bourbon drinkers, and we might need a lot. So,
Geez, if I road trip to Champaign, I'm gonna have to be there for like 3 days.
Yeah, except I've never been invited to Chuck, so whatever, it's fine. It's not bad.
Yeah, take a hint.
I just show up.
Yeah, I know.
Lance,
Lance, I would just like, since we haven't closed the stream yet, I would like it public knowledge to everyone. There was a text chain between Chuck and I did say, you could just invite Lance over and have him in your picture. And Chuck was worried that you wouldn't be able to
Make
safely
it home.
get home because of all the bottles that he had that you would just be too tempted.
That's very fair. I appreciate you looking out for me, Chuck.
Yeah. And Lance, what he really means by that, now that I've known Chuck for years, is he was more concerned, like based on the quality of your character, on how many bottles you might sneak away with you. Is probably
I think
actually what
Lance's
he's concerned
collection
about.
is as good as mine, so I don't think I don't have anything to worry about.
Trust me, it's a fabulous collection, and yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I need more connection.
All right.
Really?
Okay.
Whatever. Shut up. Need more connection. All I know is that I drove in the throes of COVID over to Lance's and had one of the best bottle share days of my life.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember you leaving, but I remember you coming.
So we do have to give a shout out here to Tristan. Tristan, thanks for showing up. If you haven't noticed, our Instagram has gotten infinitely better, and that is solely because of Tristan.
We got a photographer.
Yeah, he is one of my old students that has graciously come over to my house on many Sundays and taken pictures of bourbon bottles that I am trying to get him to understand and appreciate. We are getting there. But he understands photography, and I'm just like, I don't know. What is it? The Bookers picture that was so cool with all the other Bookers in the background. I was just drinking one night and I took a picture and I saw it in the reflection. I'm like, hey man, you should do this. Apparently that's way harder to do than I thought, but somehow he managed to make it happen. Yes. So thank you, Tristan.
Yes. And he's going on Ural's whatever barrel.
Yeah, he's going to be the one
excursion.
On our barrel pick, and he's going to record the whole thing.
Oh, there you go. Nice. TJ, do you like editing that kind of stuff, or is it tedious?
The pictures?
No, like video.
Oh, videos.
No, he does
Have
not.
you met Brian? Here's Brian.
Not.
Hey,
it's
Brian,
tedious.
Just introduce yourself. Do you think it's tedious? It is absolutely tedious.
I just want to point out that when it's us,
he likes to complain about it.
When it's us, it's easy. When Brian's involved, it takes a little longer.
Yeah. So when it's us
it's hard to trim down that much quality content into a short
what
video.
do I keep?
I get it, Brian. You have to figure out what to edit and what to. It's hard.
Yeah. I can see your dilemma. I mean,
they had the same problem with Top Gun recently. So much good quality shots.
I've noticed a lot of similarities between TJ and Tom Cruise. They're both like very short.
We are. Yeah. Brian is high maintenance. I completely agree. No, yeah. So when it's the three of us and it's zoomed in, and Chuck's internet gives out every so often.
Hey, you know what else is high maintenance? A Ferrari.
Starlink has been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, Starlink has. You've done great.
Good job, Charlie.
We have one sleepy-eyed paused moment, but other than that, he's been fabulous.
No, that was real. That wasn't internet.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
And also, as an engineering major that has never done anything with video editing, learning all that stuff has been really fun and interesting. So,
I think you're the same way, aren't you, Lance?
Yeah, I mean, I have a degree in marketing, but I graduated in '98, so none of that stuff was around. So I had to learn all of it, Yeah. So, but I enjoy it. I actually enjoy it.
Hey, hey, Lance is older than I am, for the record.
I'm old.
He's older than me.
I'm so old.
Yeah, the first time Tristan came over, he's like, "Okay, so what's your aperture setting? What's the ISO?" I'm like, auto. I click auto. It works wonderful.
Yeah.
You never use auto, TJ. Come on.
He's like, here, let me teach you how to fix all this stuff. So it went from like one camera to 3 cameras, lights.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing is that he has the technology down, but like the eye for whatever you all with the art settings, I don't know. He doesn't have it. I don't really have it. We're like, thank you, Tristan.
Heather, that's because he only has an eye for you.
Oh,
right
thanks.
You're welcome, TJ.
I wish I was able to say super cheesy things like that. They just don't come naturally.
You're a dad now, so it'll keep coming naturally.
Yeah.
You were going to end the stream 5 minutes ago, and you went 5 minutes too long.
Yep. So with that, we're gonna end the stream, but we're gonna keep having fun on the backside and everything like that. Thank you so much for
Wait, is
watching.
there an after party?
There is an
I didn't
after
get the
party.
invite.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that, Brian.
She said it, not me. I never thought our first live stream that we were monetized would come anywhere close to this. I am incredibly humbled. Thank you so much. Brian, I don't think can be humbled, but without any further ado,
I'm
we will
already so
definitely
far
see
down.
you next time.
Congrats,
all.
guys.
Really
Thank you
appreciate it.
all.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Power of bourbon.
They need